Okay, guys, another day. There is day 5, habits, day 5. Okay, guys, we've been day 4. Today is day 4. No, wait, day 4? No, day 5. Today is day 5 of me running. Today is day 5 of me running. We've been overthinking. I have been feeling hopeless. I've been like kind of in my head, imagining stuff about future and hopeless about past and how shitty things are we and family. But guess what? Like, nothing of this matter when I decide right now, let's go for a run. Day 5, we're keeping the strict. And I feel like everything wants me not to become that person, the one that would actually run every single day. And I am that kind of person. So I think you are what you repeat. So if I decide to run every day, no matter if it's hard, if it's not hard, you are this. If you decide to record a game and post it online, you are that person, and then you will get the benefit out of this, right? So day 5 is hard. We actually keep myself. So we were thinking, okay, why we do that? The reason why we do that, because we do this for like I said, for well-being, right? And the benefits that can come with that well-being. So that's why, even though we decided to run at 8 in the morning, at 7 in the morning, but I thought, wow, like no, that's too early. That's not good for my well-being. Because I cannot have good sleep in this house. So it's better if we try to have a good sleep and then go for a run. But as long as we go for a run, regardless if we're tired, if we had a good sleep or not, we go in for a run. But we do it every day. Consistency, right? Matter. We are a runner. Okay. So, day 5. We are a runner. The Doom Slayer. Oh shit. Day 5, man. Day 5. Not giving up, innit? For the mountain is gonna be harsh. But take it slow. I'm a runner. Everything in my head didn't want me to change, didn't want me to go for a run, didn't want me to keep the habit. So much overthinking and so much thinking. It is about taking an action, no matter how hard it is. That's what it is. That's what it takes. It's just take the action regardless of the depression. Day 5. No quitting. Honestly, depression is bad when you're in your bed and just think about this, like it's shitty. And once you go out and say, I'm going to do it anyway, things come out, the clouds are getting brighter. Like beginning. Day 5. Day 5. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. I'm telling you. Day 5. It's gonna get better. Day 5. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Rain's flying to me. It's gonna get better. Today's actually better because I had better sleep, so my running skill is way better. 11 minutes. Bro, dark forest is scary in your head until you actually go into it and like stay and then look around like things are just dark. That's what darkness is. But then you'll be just there standing like thinking, should I go in? Is it bad? But like we are scared of ourselves because we are the God. Now we're just scared to like to do what we want. Right, like let's go back. Right. Oh shit. Oh, there's a cat. There was a cat. He doesn't give a fuck. He's being a free being in the dark forest. That was crazy. Bro, I feel like that's the same with anything. With loving yourself, with
going towards what you want in life. It's scary because it's the same as like dark forest. But once you go into it, sure you're gonna have like scary thoughts. But once you do it, and you go into it and you hear, it's gonna be like a bit scary for us, but not as much as it was. And now you're just running in the dark forest, just enjoying yourself, right? And that's what life is. Life is like a dark forest. You're scared in your imagination, but once you go in, it literally melts away. There's a bits and pieces still there, try to tell you, go back, no, that's dangerous. But like, once you decide like life is dangerous anyway, a bit. So I'd rather do my freedom. It's like everything that you're normally scared of, just go into. That doesn't mean you have to prove yourself, but like show yourself, see it through. The more you are here, the lighter things are. If you want to make your life right, you have to go into the darkness that you're scared of. That's where your life is, and that's where the darkness melts away, and you realize, oh, I was scared of this. Holy shit, I didn't. It's crazy. I was in the trap. We can edit that 20 minutes. The moment, if you start doing things that are scary, the moment that you do stuff that are like a bit hard for you, right? Because have some compassion to yourself, that treat yourself like a robot, you know. But when you do that, you go to things like, let's say, a doctor, or go out try to date a girl, because that's what we're scared of, always like stuck. The moment you do the opposite of stuckness is the moment your life gets interesting. Right, day 5 we're running. We were so stuck. I was in the bed. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But like fear is illusion, and you can show yourself it is. Like life change anyway, right? From time to time things will happen and you might be like, see, I told you, I wanted to protect you. But look at it from this angle. Like, you might ride a bike, so you might like think hundreds of thoughts before riding a bike, right? You do it, you have a nice time, fear melts away, and then you drop. And fear is like, see, I told you, you should never drive a bike, because you try to do something that is scary and you hurt yourself, right? Because that's normal. Regardless if you would try ride a bike or not, regardless if you do something scary or not, the nature of life is that you will get hurt. People will reject you. You will drop down the bike. You can even drop down on the ground even when you're not riding a bike. Like regardless, right? The nature of life is that things might happen. That's normal. But you decide if you want to have freedom or be stuck or act of the action of unstuckness. Or day 5. And we are 22 minutes in dark forest. Dark forest is what represents life, my life, everything that I'm scared of, everything that I don't want to do. But if I would do it, I would enjoy it. I would get what I want. That's the confident couple, because I'm confident now. I mean, like fucking forest, man. Might be like homeless dude, fucking, you know, like all sorts of negative thoughts. But you don't have to swim with like negativity. You can be like, there's no one here, right? Like regardless. That's how you have to create boundaries. It's very easy to put you down. No one should scare you. You should do what you want. Go to war is what you want. No one should put you down. And if they do, they are somebody that you should not be around. So I would say the whole thing, you should do things that are scary and watch how the dark forest technique works, right? And people will say, oh, you are not reasonable, you're in dark forest, right? Something might happen to you, right? Like your toxic mom will say. Well, something bad might happen to you anyway, even in the morning. That's the nature of life. Random guy can just stab you in the bush. So you cannot avoid that. So it's better to like live with freedom, right? Right, do what you want. If you want to go back to dark forest, go back to dark forest. In fact, that's what should be your guidance, in a way. I'm not saying don't put yourself. I'm not saying put yourself in danger. But I'm saying, like, you cannot avoid it. It will come for you even if you want to or not. That's the nature of life. A car might just hit you tomorrow. Doesn't mean it will, but it might. So it's better to not avoid danger. Not avoid danger just because, like, you want to go somewhere, you have desire or goals. Like, don't avoid danger, right? Like, because then if you avoid danger and you think that, oh, if I stay here I'll be safe, if you're delusioning yourself like that, then what's going to happen is you will not accomplish your goals. You might be safe for a bit, but something might happen anyway. You can't control that. So when you feel fear, that means you're doing the right thing. If you if you're uncomfortable, it means you're doing the right thing. And if you feel both, just choose anything. Day 5 of becoming a runner. That's my identity. I'm a runner. I'm a fucking runner. Everything is so scary when you're in your home on the fucking mattress and you think life is bad. Once you go out and ask for help, like ask this girl to date you, or like, you will have consequences. Like, regardless if people try to trick you, they try to make you think, oh, what you gotta do is avoid consequences, avoid danger. But that's the nature of life. Life is consequence and danger. Regardless if you avoid them or not, it will come for you. So why not say, okay, that's the nature of life anyway, so I might just go towards my dreams and the life I want to have, rather than sit here and think that I'm safe. So you can acquire a bit of safety, but at the same time, don't do stuff that's make you stuck. Life is an adventure, not something that, I change all the time, like Confucius said. Okay, we are in 27 minutes. Let's go to the other forest so we can finish the race. Oh fuck, day 5, we are a runner. It's my habit. Bro, someone might kill me anyway, regardless if I go for a run. In the forest alone. I might go walk down the street in the middle of the car. Like, understand what's the nature of life, and then you can do it anyway, because you don't have control. You will die anyway. So you choose if you want to die with freedom, or you want to die being scared and thinking that you're actually securing some kind of place, especially that the place that you're securing is not as secure. And that's what Leo wanted to tell people. Yeah, you are vulnerable, regardless if you stay at home, on the mattress, with depression, whatever. So it's better to kind of go towards where you want to go. Oh, hello. I'm just running here. Hi, doggy. So yeah, like I said, basically, what would you do, right? If you have freedom, ask yourself, right? If you have freedom, what would you do? You talk to this person. Like, what would you do if, like, everything that you're scared of might happen anyway, and you kind of like stop it, regardless if you try to have that or not have that. It will happen one day or another, maybe it might not. A guy been scared of his whole life, sitting in a mattress, or something bad will happen, right? It's just like Kevin, right? Oh, we did it. So I was thinking of all sorts of stuff. My mind was thinking of all sorts of stuff when I was in the forest. Like, don't go there. It's scary. The guy might be with a syringe. You might get HIV from this syringe, right? So, and then I just noticed, fuck, it's the same literally feeling
like when I was in my house on the mattress feeling depressed, right? The same fear that stops me from moving. And then when I was actually inside, everything was telling me don't go, like give up. I was literally on my bed today, and I was like, I'm not going to run today, I'm going to skip it. My mind was like literally creating excuses that it normally does. It says, because that's the habit that we have, that's the normal person that we are, right? You are what you practice, right? And it's really hard, it's really tricky, because your mind will really make you believe that the habit that you have created, that you always, if you're always a quitter and you create excuses, you might create excuses, but then you'll be that kind of person. And if you create more excuses, and then you never get shit done, and then if you have a addiction like me of overeating emotionally, snacking, right, then you will never quit that, and then you will die. And that's what people do when they're like alcoholics. So same with like the forest, right? I was scared, I ran, and then I stayed in the forest, and I was running literally in the forest for maybe like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, I don't know, we'll see, right? I was running in the forest, and I was like, holy shit, and my mind was like, oh, this can happen, that scary thing can happen, right? It's like, the truth is like, how did I know that something scary can happen in the forest? Because your mom told you, right? My mom told me when I was a kid. People say in the movies, and I realized that's not true, right? And your mind will say, oh yeah, it's not true right now, but then it might be true later. But then you might get punched by a car, hit by a car, hit by a car, right? You might get shot in a shop. Someone might stab you up because it's a robbery. Things like that might happen, right? But people say, oh, but then it's lower chance than to get hit by that than in the forest, right? I see kind of like the logic of that, but then how do you know that? Based on what? Like literally based on what? Based on like, sure, it's rare that you might, like the shop might be robbed, right? It's rare, but it might happen, right? People base everything on mathematics, but how mathematics can be accurate if they don't know, if they only do this based on the past thinking, right? Then you get stuck. You don't think there's another mountain. You don't think there's hope in life, because that's how depression works. Depression kind of takes things from the past. It says everything was shitty in the past, so it will be shitty in the future. Literally, that's what depression is. But we don't know about future. What if this time we actually create this habit of running every day, and then we realize and then in that moment I just imagine myself, right? I'm there. I'm like, okay, I'm confident if I can do running every day. If things are scary anyway in life, anything can happen. Anything scary, but also anything good, then I have freedom of action, and I can, maybe bad things will not happen, right? Or maybe it will, but it will not affect my life as that much, right? If someone steal my purse or break my leg, it just happens, go to the doctor, and then, patch up and then back online, right? It's not like bad thing happen all the time, right? So I would say that we need to like have that sort of courage here, like the forest, right? Because the thought will keep me stuck, and we have to kind of like know that my mind doesn't know a lot, like anything about future, and we cannot stay here. We have to grow as a person. There's so much hope. There's so much greatness we can do. I ain't gonna like stay in the fucking room thinking that I will get like depression. I mean, that I will get like, that I will get thoughts of killing myself, right? That's ridiculous. If I can go to the forest and run, it's kind of weird, right? It's like people prefer to stay in the bedroom. Feels like life is shitty, life is meaningless. I will kill myself, right? But they are not scared of this. But they are scared. But we are scared of going to the forest and running in the dark forest that someone might stab us. There's no any sense in that. I want to prefer to go to the forest, run there, because I'm scared, and then I see that the fear is melting away, to see that I have at least some control, then stay in my room and think, oh, life is bad, right? But I'm a runner I run every day, and that changed completely my life quality. Is because we used to run, right? We used to run, but we used to run a lot, right? We used to run a lot, which means we used to run like, I was like, life is shitty. And then I was like going at 3 a.m. to run for 2 hours. And that's really bad. Because if I run for 2 hours, then if I run for 2 hours, then I'm not becoming that person. But I have to become that person. That's what it is. Like, you have to become the person. Whatever person you want to become, you have to do it for at least 2 moves, because then it becomes you. It becomes a habit. It becomes you. If you want to be a painter, and you decide, okay, every day I'm going to paint for 10 minutes, right? Then you will be a painter. If you do it every day for 2 months, or a month, at least a great milestone. You know, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks of painting, you will become that. That'll be literally you, right? And if you want to be a good son, regardless of how life is hard, and if you want to keep like positive vibe, if you want to say, okay, I'm gonna be a positive dude, right? Then and if you do every day 10 minutes of like thinking of positive things, right? Like, we appreciate for that, even though life is hard and everybody try to survive. Life is hard, everybody try to survive. I'm still doing it, and I'm still helping my mom. I'm still like trying to, even though, like, you know, like when people are alcoholics and they, you know, like, I think it's important to kind of like be around people, use their help them a bit, as long as they don't affect you in a bad way. And then you can actually be that strong dude that you always want to be. So yeah, whatever you want, you just need to become that. How do you become? Do it for at least 2 months. Like, keep it up at least. And then you be that. And then you will be that. Like, if you go out and say, okay, every day I'm going to talk at least to 3 people. And then you think, oh, I should have talked with more people. No. At least 2 people every single day for at least 2 minutes, regardless. Then you become a social person. Then you literally become a social person. Right? It's like if you want to become a smoker, you gotta smoke at least for 2 months, and then you become a smoker. Right? At least a month. You gotta smoke 2 weeks consistently. Then you become a smoker. Right? If you want to become a driver, you gotta at least drive for a month, or at least 2-3 weeks. Then you're gonna drive. If you want to become like a really good driver, 2 months, right? So regardless what you want to become, like be, you got to do it consistently every day, and like, you know, accountability that you will do it. Like, just like me, day 5, I'm running. I'm not quitting. 30 minutes is not a lot. We used to do 3 hours, right? I'm not quitting. I said running every day, regardless what time. Sometimes we can do it in the morning, sometimes we can do it at night time, but we said we're gonna run. If it's necessary, do not put too much for yourself, right? Too much habits. One at a time, right? Okay, bro, day 5, we did it. Day 5 running, we did it. We're gonna do this 1 month. We're gonna see how we feel. And then next month, because we're building a habit. A habit is something that will stay stuck and it will be part of me, right? It'll be me. So I don't have to like keep up what I'm doing and promising I will do it, because I will just do it, right? So we have like dark forest method, right? I think that should be used in therapy, that dark forest method, right? Because that is amazing, right? It just literally transformed my life randomly, just out of nothing, by me just going into dark forest, right? It just hit me right in my head. And I thought, bro, everything that I'm scared of, I can literally apply the same method, the dark forest method, to anything. If I'm insecure about dating a girl, if I'm insecure about going out to town and saying hi to a girl because I don't think like I'm enough, but I really think that I look like
Like I really think like really the way I am, like I'm inherently like enough. I'm inherently like the whole society should be like that, right? And the reason why it's not because the companies use all sorts of tactic, and like the whole society is based on kind of this freedom of like do anything you can as long as it's legal towards your benefit. So they use manipulation and they make people insecure on purpose, psychologically, through manipulation, through psychology of marketing, to make people insecure. So they think that there's only one standard beauty, which is when your skin look young, when your skin look, you know, and then people like me who sit on internet computer think that they are safe, and then they think this is one standard beauty, right? So whatever, this is not what we need to talk about. What we need to talk about here is the situation that everything that you're scared of, everything that you think is hard in life, right? Think of like dark forest, right? Just like what happened. I had so much thoughts in my mind. Part of me was like, don't go into dark forest. My mind was creating all sorts of thoughts like, oh, there would be a guy with a syringe and then I would get HIV, right? So don't do that, right? And then I was like, the nature of life is the fact that someone can just randomly, even out of these bushes, a guy with HIV fucking syringe can actually stab me, right? Randomly, right? Anyway, the nature of life is that people will reject you. The nature of life is that people are not fair. The world is not fair because people are stupid. I'm stupid too. I hurt so much people. The nature of life is that, the nature of life is that it's scary. The nature of life is that bad things might happen to you. You might lose anything. You might die, literally. The nature of life is like you might die. You will die, in fact. The nature of life is you will die. Regardless of if you try to secure yourself or not. You will die. An asteroid can literally hit us tomorrow and that might be it. Because we think we know future. But the reality is that we know only future based on the past. Whatever we think happened in the past, the future is, right? Randomly, right? We are just human on this earth. We don't know what the future might bring. We think that we can predict based on the past of what we discovered, right? But in reality, things might randomly just change, like, and then, oh shit, the cars start flying, the gravity doesn't work, like what happened, right? It's like, we cannot predict it, so, but we can be confident based on the past. I can be confident that hopefully whatever happened in the past that I went through, it will literally be the same in the future. So let's use the forest method, apply that to anything we want, right? So if I'm scared that I'm not like handsome enough or good looking enough, or my intelligence is not enough, so try to get those things on point to some degree. But we need to know that we need to, like, whatever we are scared of, because one of the biggest things that I want to build is know that I'm inherently enough, regardless if my skin looks good or not. I'm inherently enough regardless if I have a bad looking skin or not, right? Like, I'm inherently enough to get what I want, go anywhere, right? So, and this is day 5 of running, right? We proved that we can actually do that. That I was thinking of all sorts of stuff when I was in this forest. Right, let's record up separate.